So I just read two reports 2 days ago. He should be good to go, healthy. Kenny Pickett had the big injury, has been sidelined for a few weeks, and now he's learning it's a "what have you done for me lately" league. Everybody wanted him and is giving him a pass. Now Matt Canada's fired. Mason Rudolph goes in there one game, and now you got the entire fan base pretty much calling for Mason Rudolph. It's over for Kenny Pickett. Now it's time for Mason Rudolph. And Tomlin's going to get hate, and he's going to be fired, and everybody's going to call him an idiot for starting Kenny Pickett. But all these same idiots were saying Kenny Pickett's a franchise future quarterback. Now they're ready to, get away from him for third string practice squad quarterback. So Kenny Pickett, you're going to have the game of your life against the Seattle Seahawks. This is going to have to be the game of your career. You're going to have to go out there and ball the hell out and show why you've been chosen to be the starter, show why you were used a first round pick to be drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers, and show that you have the moxie to come back after injury and lead this team to a must-win victory. This is a huge game. Vegas had the Steelers at the over at 8.5 wins. So you get this win, you pretty much put the Steelers ahead of schedule, ahead of what they were predicted to go, and you keep them in it to win it and have a chance to go into Baltimore and win the game. So my prediction is Kenny Pickett is going to be the starter, and my prediction is Kenny Pickett's going to have the game of his fucking life and win this must-win game over the Seattle Seahawks, because Mason just went in there and lit the world on fire, and everybody's pretty much ready to give up on Kenny Pickett. I've been calling Kenny Pickett trash all year, but I wasn't ready to bench him. I was just calling out for what it was, and he needs to be better. He's the reason we are probably shouldn't. We are not one of the best teams in the league right now. But is Mason Rudolph going to put us in that position for the next 10, 15 years? No. Is Kenny Pickett going to put us in that position for the next 10, 15 years? Maybe, maybe not. But you're not going to go away from Kenny Pickett. They're not going to go away from Kenny Pickett. He's healthy, and it's time, Kenny. This is your time to, like I've been saying all year, to have the best game of your fucking career. It's time for you to go out there, have a 300-yard game, a 250-yard game. We get about 150 yards on the ground, keep running the ball, bring smash mouth football back, keep doing what you're doing, don't turn it over, make the throws you got to make. Simple, easy, sweet, on time, on rhythm, bada bing, bada boom. Walk into that trap, take over that trap, and whoop this fucking team's ass that has no business beating us. We should be a 5-point favorite in this game. Seattle's trash. We should fuck this team up, period, point blank. Our defense should dominate their offensive line. Our defense should just be in Geno Smith's face, or whoever their quarterback. I don't even think Geno Smith's starting anymore for Seattle. So we should dominate Seattle. Kenny, you got to go in there. You have no business not to go out there and throw for 225 yards, 250. You have beasts, you have weapons, and you have a decent offensive line in front of you, and you have a great running game behind you. It's really been turning it on these past 4 or 5 weeks. So it's time to put this shit all together. It's time to dominate. No more la-di-da. Shit ain't fucking sweet. We're not in the playoffs anymore. We don't control our destiny anymore. So now we got to get this win. We got a little bit of help this week, get a little bit of help next week, and then we go into Baltimore and finish the season off strong and have something to build off going into next year with Kenny Pickett as the starting quarterback, with a new offensive coordinator, and then some changes that need to be made in a whole new draft crop, with a great defense pretty much locked down, ready to go and come back. Even though Mark Madden was saying we need to tear it down, and this whole fan base was saying we need to tear it all down last week. But I've been saying we have a lot to build off of, and we have a lot to build off of after this win. And Kenny, you have a lot to show. A lot to show this Sunday comes against Seattle, and it's time for you to have the game of your fucking career this fucking next week against the Seattle Seahawks. Let's go, Steelers. Get this win, baby.